morning, everyone. Well, today I'm doing a challenge for Mintay, and I'm also doing a fall card swap. What's it called? The autumn card swap? I don't know. I didn't write it down. So just having that argument with myself now. Okay, so I am using Mintay's Autumn Splendor from last fall. And I have one of the fancy cards, and I've cut it. Actually, I had to trim off a little bit because I actually had a little bit too long. But I want the flap to, I don't want to be able to see the back. I just want to see the scallop in the front. And so I folded it so that it's like that, and I still had to trim off like 1/8 of an inch or something like that, not too much. Okay, so I'm using this from the 6x8 pad, and you know, I love gingham, so it's right up my alley. And then there's this sweater pattern too, which I'm actually going to use that as well. Oh, the fall card swap is with Ginger's Corner, if I didn't say that. Okay, and I cut it just a little smaller than the actual width of the card. So I'm trying to line it up so I've got a little bit of the craft color on both sides. And then of course that running down here. And then I'm gonna put this kind of centered in there. And this is actually from one of the pages, and I had a strip left, so I must have did a horizontal strip, and I don't know if I used this or this part, but anyhow, this was part of it left, and I just thought this looks so pretty like that, so I'm actually going to use that. Okay, I think that looks, well, it looks even with the gingham. Okay, and then I have some twine. Oh, for the Mintay challenge, you're supposed to use some natural things. So I'm going to use this natural jute. In fact, it's called natural jute. And let's see, I think I only planned for it to go around once, but it might go around twice. So maybe, do I want it to go around twice? Maybe not. I'm gonna have a lot of stuff there. I think once is enough. Okay, so I'm just gonna tie it here in the front, and let me make it, since I got lots of room, I'm gonna, hey husband, can I borrow your finger? Since he's here, he might as well be useful, right? Oh no, now you have to stay on the card. Okay, and well, it feels like it's gonna stay there, but I might cut it too. I mean, I might glue it also. Okay, and I think these scissors should cut this fine. I'm gonna just trim it. Hope it's tight enough now that I cut it off. Okay, there, that's real good. And I think I will stick a little bit of glue behind there. I'll put it like right behind the knot. Okay, and then I have this little wooden hello from the Dollar Tree. And of course it was $1.25. Okay, and I'm gonna put a little bit of glue on it because I just don't know how good the wood with the sticky on it actually sticks, because I know sometimes they fall off, and I wonder how come they're not stuck to everything in the container I have them in. So I'm gonna glue that a little. And I'm gonna put it right over here. Okay, and that looks straight, doesn't it? Okay, that's good there. Okay, and then I have, oh, I've got this little piece of the blanket. And let's see, I think it looks about the same on both. So I'm actually gonna, I think I'm gonna cut a little bit off because I'm only gonna have a little bit showing. And this is just so pretty, I thought I want to show a little bit of it. And let's see, which way do I want it? I think this side, because that looks like the side that I that I cut with the cutter instead of just cutting it with the scissors. Okay, so that's going to be there. And then I have this beautiful floral, which I just love those colors. The browns and the blues, they just look so pretty together. Okay, so I'm just gonna, let's see, I want this tucked here. It needs to go this way. And I don't know how much of it's actually gonna show, but I liked it there, so I put it there. Okay, and then I have one of the Chippies. And I can see I've got a little bit of stuff here. Well, actually, it's not even going to show, so I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, and then I have pumpkin orange, and I'm going to use that, a little bit of that, kind of around the top part. And I'm probably doing it backwards. You know, probably should be lighter on the outside. I don't know. Okay, so, oops, I want a little bit more at the top. Okay, and then I'm going to use the one that's called Wild Honey, because I just love to see the leaves when they're kind of all these different colors. Look at how pretty and bright that is already. Okay, and then I have the walnut stain. And I don't know if I actually need any or, oh, I might. Sometimes it depends on how long ago it was that you used it. Okay, so I want some of that on there. Kind of putting this in the middle. A little bit here and there. Okay, I think that's real pretty. Okay, so I'm done with those. Okay, and then on the inside, I'm gonna go ahead and decorate that now, because once I add the other stuff, I'm gonna have to let it set for a little bit. Okay, so right here, I just want to add a little strip, and I made it a little longer than what it needed to be. And I think I'm just going to cut it like at a bit of a diagonal. And then I'm going to put, so it's kind of echoing the front, I'm going to put a little bit of this blanket there. And I want to do that straight up. I think I'm going to do this. Oh, maybe I'll do like a fishtail there. So it just looks a little bit different. And I'm going to just put glue on the edge of this. And then just line this up to it. Oh, and I can't pick it up. Okay, and I went over a little bit, so I'm going to cut this off. I'm just going to put right there, just so I've got a little inside decoration. The husband turned around and looked at me like, "What are you doing?" I don't always knock over my tape dispenser, but when I do, it makes a lot of noise. Okay, now since we're supposed to be putting some natural things in there, now the other day when I seen this laying outside, I thought, it looks like when you sharpen a pencil and you got the, the wood part. And I thought, that's really pretty. I think it's actually off a weed, but it was so pretty. I thought I want to use it, so I'm going to use that. I think it maybe put a little bit more glue on that side. Okay. And I'm just going to kind of tuck it over here. And then I'm going to put this stick right here. It's so funny because I kind of have like, it's like I went outside and kind of looked for some stuff, and it's like I found a stick, I found that leaf, and then I found some little tiny acorns. But I actually have sticks and acorns already in the house, but my acorns are really big, so there's no way that, whoops, actually I want this over here more. There's no way that, I could put those on a card and actually be able to put it in an envelope. Oh, and I'll have an envelope that's just a little bit bigger than this so that it goes in there easily. Okay, and then I have, let's see, I think I need to put this next, my Chippy. And I have painted the Chippies before, but I really like inking them. I just think they're really pretty done that way. Okay, so I'm gonna put this where it's just about ready to hang off the edge, but I'm not hanging it off the edge. And then I have a little adorable squirrel. And I've just got dimensionals on one side because he's gonna be overlapping the Chippy. So I'm gonna put some glue over here. And I'm tucking him down so he's kind of standing on the little branch. That. And then I have another little leaf that I cut out. I think I will, you know what, I'm probably going to need one dimensional underneath that too. Okay, and I'm going to kind of tuck that there behind the little squirrel. Okay, and then I have my little nature things, and I have these little tiny acorns. Every year the tree kind of loses some of the little acorns before their time. I think it means that they're going to have a whole lot of acorns because they sure did have a lot last year. And I'm going to tuck this one right here underneath this natural jute. So I want it just kind of hanging off the edge. And hopefully that will grab here in a minute. And then I have some seeds. These ones happen to be squash seeds. And now I need a tweezers. And I'm going to stick one right here by the squirrel. Well, maybe. Okay. Another one over on the same side. Kind of tucked in together is my goal. And then I have another one. I'm gonna put it over here by this branch. I make lots of noise when I'm scrapping. If you've been around, you know. Okay. And then I have a little bigger acorn, but I mean, it's still super dinky. And I'm gonna put that right here next to this other seed. And then I actually have peppercorns, because last time you see like these little tiny black seeds in the garden, or you know, in the woods, like when you're walking you'll see like seeds, and then they'll have these little black seeds. And actually they look a little more like I'm trying to think what they look like, because they look a little rounder than these do. Kind of reminds me of like poppy seeds, maybe. I don't know what they actually are, but I always think, oh, I need little black seeds. Okay, and I think the other one I'm gonna put somewhere on this leaf. I'm gonna try to pull it over just a little bit. Okay. And then I have these little blue flowers, or they're like they look very close to that turquoise. So I'm gonna put some of those here. And let's see, I'm gonna kind of tuck this one this way. I figured it balanced out that turquoise over there. Can I put it on the leaf? I was thinking about putting it there, but don't want it. No, I'm gonna still put it down here. Decisions, decisions. I'm gonna try to pull it this way just a little bit. Now, and I've just tucked it in more. There we go. Okay. And I think that's it. So that's it for today. And so thanks for joining me. Have a wonderful and blessed day. And I will put down, let's see, I'm thinking that I'll put down the scraps to embellishment list, because those are the people that will be actually doing some of these. And I don't know who will be doing it, but you know, some of us do it every time. Sometimes I miss one, but I really like to do it. And so thank you for joining me. I will have that list down below, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful and blessed day. Close-ups at the end. Bye-bye.